Hey peeps, what's up? Manchi here, back with another video, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can get RCA outs for your subwoofer install on the Ford Mustang, which has a Shaker 500. The unit which I have the stock Shaker 500 2013 Ford Mustang. This is the one with navigation, and I do have the door subwoofers as well, which I am of course going to disconnect. Now in this video we're going to use the PAC harness. This is PAC AOEM-FRD24, linked in the description of the video. The advantage of this one is that you do not have to splice any factory wires. This is all plug and play with the Shaker 500 system on your Ford Mustang. So without any further delay, let us get down to business and see how you can get RCA outs for your subwoofer install on the Ford Mustang S197. First thing we need to do is remove this silver trim around your shifter. If you have a manual Ford Mustang, you will have to remove the shifter knob as well. So we're going to take our trim removal tool and try to push it in here and then slide it all around, and this piece is just going to pop out. You just have to use some leverage like so, and this piece is going to slide out. There it is. You can see it is popping out, and then all you have to do is use your hand, bring it out like so. The next piece which needs to come out is this whole piece, this over here, right along over here, and from over here till over here. This whole piece will pop out. Do note there are some connectors under here, so be careful about that. The easiest way is, first of all, close this guy, then pop this one open like so. So right below this hook you will see some space, and that is where you put in your trim removal tool and give it a little shove towards the up. There it is. You can see this whole piece now popped out. There it is. You can see it came out easy peasy. You might have to use your trim removal tool along the edge over here as well. Now, once you've popped out the whole piece, this here is the wire which I was talking about, and on the passenger side you will see, or you will feel, a little clip. All you have to do is press on that and remove this connector. So here it is. On the passenger side is a little clip. You press it and it pops out like so. And then you also have another cable over here, this green one. So either you can choose to remove this plug as well, or you can just lift it up and put it on the side. Now, an important thing to note over here is that for this piece to come out, you will have to put your car either into neutral or into drive. So here it is. We are going to put it into neutral, and now we should be able to lift it out. And again, either you choose to disconnect this yellow plug over here, or you can place it over here like so as well. The next thing we need to do is we need to remove these two 7mm screws. So one is over here on the bottom left towards the driver's side, and then another one is over here on the bottom right towards the passenger side. Next thing we need to do is we need to remove this front plate for the Shaker 500 on your Mustang. Now do note there is a wire on the bottom right, I think, towards the passenger side, so you have to use your trim removal tool to pop it out a little, but be careful so as to not pull it out all the way, because there is wiring behind there which needs to be disconnected. All right, so the whole thing did pop out, and let me try to go around the other way to show you the wire which is back here. So this is the wire which I was talking about. This one right here, this is the one which we need to unclip, and again you might have to put your vehicle into neutral or drive once again. And if you have a manual Mustang with a Shaker 500, you of course need to remove your shifter knob. Here it is. Once you move the shifter knob to either drive or neutral, it is easy to remove this plug. You just have to press this clip over here, and then you should be able to unplug this guy, and at that point the whole assembly or this part should pop out. Of course, make sure you are using your parking gear as well. And guess what, I was wrong again. Other than that one over there with the red wire, you do have another connector over here with the yellow and green, and for this one the clip is at the bottom. Now once you've removed this front plastic part with all the controls, make sure you keep track of these white tabs which you have, because these are super important. Make sure you do not lose any of these 6 white tabs, these ones over here. And the next thing we need to do to remove the head unit or the Shaker 500 on your Ford Mustang is to remove these 7 mm screws. In my case, I have 6 of them. So one is up here, one is in here, and other one is over here. 3 on this side, driver side, and 3 more on the passenger side. This one here is a bit deep, so you will need an extension. Again, all of these are 7 mm as well. Now once you've removed those 6-7 mm screws, the screen here for the navigation system, you can pop it out like so, but be careful. On the back you have 2 connectors which you need to disconnect. Again, be very careful because this here is the display. You do not want it to crack. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to disconnect both of these connectors on the back of the display of the Shaker 500 on your Ford Mustang. Now, once we have removed the clip-on connectors for the display, the next thing is this part. Now this part is going to be a pain, and I mean it is going to be a pain because there are connectors back there, but there is not enough space for you to remove all of them, and one of them is super tight. So my personal advice to you is just lift it out of place and then it will pop out like this. Once it has popped out, you have enough space back here to put your hand in there. Now once you put your hand in here, on the left, that is towards the driver's side, you are going to feel 2 harnesses. One is a small one, we're not concerned about that. The other one, which you can see on your screen right now, that is the one which you need to remove. And again, there is not enough space out there. This thing does not come out fully for you to disconnect the wires. It is going to be painful. And then once you have removed that specific harness, the big one, then what you need to do is you can put it back up here. Put this thing back, slide it back into place, and that harness will be at the bottom, and use that to plug in your PAC system, AOEM-FRD24. One end goes into that harness, the other end goes into the back of this head unit, and then this unit goes over here, this harness goes over here on this side, and the RCA outs are on this side where you have the knobs in here to control the output gain. And once that is done, you should be good. You should have your RCA outs. Now do note these RCA outs are labeled as well. So let's see, this is the rear. We do not want to use the rear one for a subwoofer. The one which you want to use for the subwoofer is your front. So here it is, you can see this one says front. So this is the one which you are going to use for your subwoofers RCA. And then if you need a remote, this is the cable for your remote which you can plug into your amp in case you want to use your head unit to be the source for your amp turn on signal. Again, super painful, and it is very difficult to put a camera in there and capture it, so I cannot capture it for you. But yes, the harness which you need to remove is the one which is the biggest one. And there it is, peeps. That is how you get RCA outs for a subwoofer install on your Ford Mustangs with a Shaker 500. Again, I am using the PAC AOEM-FRD24. I will link it in the description of this video. The advantage of this one is that you do not have to splice any factory wires. It is all plug and play. And of course, you do have gain screws in here in case you want to use that. Again, for your subwoofer, make sure you are using the front RCA out, because the rear RCA out is high passed by the stock Shaker 500 head unit on your Ford Mustang.